God damn. Brother's got a love sausage. Get off me! Get this thing off me!
Here's our list for the 10 soups with the worst superpowers on The Boys. If our third pick seems like the worst power to have, just wait till you see the first one. Let's get into it. Number 10, naked teleportation. Though Huey is technically not a soup, Season 3's Compound V gave us the chance to see what powers he would have if he was. Teleportation is an extremely useful skill, but Huey's version comes with the hilarious caveat of doing it naked. But that's not all, as Annie would suddenly find out Huey can't teleport anyone's clothes with them either. It raises questions about the practicality of this power. Can he teleport any object at all? And in the event of needing to escape without drawing much attention to himself, who wouldn't notice a naked man running down the street? However, combined with his super strength, Huey used his powers to help take down a Russian agent and even save Butcher from Homelander. Though Homelander sure had the same reaction we would. All in all, we wouldn't want a power that would force us to get naked anytime we needed to use it. Number 9, can't make his own fire. Ironic that the former actor for X-Men's Iceman took on the same role as his adversary did in X-Men The Last Stand. But just like Pyro, Lamplighter has the handicap of not being able to make his own fire. Though he poses a deadly threat once he's with his trusty lamp or lighter, he's no more of a threat than Ashley without a heat source. Unfortunately, that's not the only thing that makes this power completely undesirable. As you see, no one would have guessed that Lamplighter himself was not fire resistant. His death at the end of Season 2 showed him burn himself with his own flames. However, being harmed by your own power seems to be a recurring theme on the show, as you'll soon see one soup that did it by accident. Number 8, needs contact. As we've seen in the likes of Professor X, telepathy is one of the greatest powers out there if you don't have a metal helmet. But let's call a spade a spade. Mesmer gives telepaths a bad and useless name. Mesmer has the ability to read minds only when he comes in contact with people, which somehow feels like an insult to the power. Mesmer also can't turn his power on or off. Once he makes contact, he has no choice. So you can quickly see how that will become a problem. Though this power can be useful for collecting information, he can't exactly do anything else. No mind control, no super strength, nothing but a punching bag that can tell he's about to get punched.
Walk it off! Walk it off! She broke my wrist!
Speaking of a soup who would make a nice punching bag, number 7, can't even stay in character.
Change back! Change back!
It's difficult to hate on his superpower, as you could get away with so much by becoming a perfect copy of someone else. Imagine the rooms you could get into. However, Doppelganger clearly had some low-hanging ambitions and used his powers in a way that left a bad taste in our mouths. His potential seemed wasted on petty jobs like blackmail and babysitting Homelander. Maybe the reason he stayed in the Little Leagues is because he can't hold a form for too long without it physically hurting him.
I can only hold a shape for so long before it really hurts! Change the fuck back now, Doppelganger!
But at least he's always accurate with his copies, which is more than we can say for our next pick. Number 6, Deadshot did it better. Gunpowder isn't exactly shown to be the most praiseworthy hero in this series, and neither is his power.
Don't forget, 2 for 1 on hollow points on the way out. Use the promo code Gunpowder. God bless y'all.
Gunpowder possesses superhuman accuracy with firearms, reminiscent of DC's Deadshot. However, unlike Deadshot, who's said to never miss a shot, Gunpowder misses too many. It's debatable whether to consider superhuman accuracy a power if it's not a guaranteed hit. And then there's the matter of what happens when he's disarmed. Not many people are faster than a speeding bullet, but if Butcher can duck before gunpowder can shoot, then sorry, this power sucks.
Please. Soldier Boy used to slap me around a little bit, all right? It's just hazing that went too far, all right?
This brings us to another soup that could tell he sucked too. Number 5. No wonder he joined the Church of the Collective. If Eagle the Archer had to join an entire religion to convince himself his power wasn't entirely useless, he has no hope of convincing us. Since The Boys has kept its signature style of keeping the superhero shenanigans as realistic as possible, then we can finally say it. Carrying a bow and arrow to a gun/laser fight is a joke. Asides the inevitable issue of running out of bows to shoot, how many rounds of bullets will be buried in your head in the time it takes to pick up a second arrow? Similar to our last entry, we're not sure why this is a power at all. Number 4. No specific use. Regrowing body parts is cool when you pair it with adamantium claws and twin swords, but on its own, not so much. If you don't end up as a circus act or in a shady hotel room, then you end up as a lab rat for Vought. Any way you look at it, it's a hard pass. Not much of Gecko's powers are explained in Season 2, so it's unclear if, like other heroes with healing abilities, he's practically immortal. But something about the fear in his eyes when Annie blackmails him makes us think otherwise. Speaking of growing body parts, number 3, of all body parts to grow.
God damn. Brother got a love sausage.
Most of us were as horrified as MM to learn what exactly had tried to choke him out in Season 2's mission at the Sage Grove Center. The only reason this entry doesn't take first place is because it was actually a pretty effective, albeit disgusting, means to take out his enemy until Kamiko arrived. We're not trying to get that intimate on the battlefield, so count us out. However, like Love Sausage himself, if you care more about getting the job done by any means necessary, maybe it's not such a bad power after all. Number 2, useless alone. The host of the infamous Herogasm and former members of Payback, Tommy and Tessa, possess the ability to generate explosive energy in the form of electricity, if only they had the ability to do so separately. Their power requires not only for them to hold hands, but even to shout the words, "TNT detonate." But in the end, their TNT did not detonate. It's unclear why that was the case, or even why the catchphrase was needed in the first place. But even without the obvious issues, having to constantly hold hands during battle? There couldn't be anything more ridiculous. Except... Number 1, self-murder. Accidentally killing yourself with your own power just had to take our top spot. Acid Man had a very brief and unfortunate appearance at the Sage Grove Center. He would have made our list even if he didn't melt himself to death. But again, not being resistant to your own acid vomit, no one's taking that deal. And how do you use these powers in an active battle without burning yourself anyway? We don't even want to think about it. That's it for our list. Which soups do you think we missed? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't miss out on more great content from the Replay Media. Just click on the video appearing on your screen right now. See you in the next video.